Alright, here we go again. Part 2. Wallace and Gromit.
I'd be happy to take charge of the protein bars.
You? No offense, Wallace old chap, but you're hardly officer material.
Quick, Gromit, the protein bar.
I warned you, Wallace. As long as I'm officer commanding this air raid shelter, each resident gets one protein bar per day. You've had yours.
You put flowers in one end, you see, and nectar comes out the other.
I prefer to milk my flowers by hand. Wait! Careful, Wallace. You're heading into hostile territory. The enemy has clearly landed and most likely set up camp in West Wallaby Street. Who knows what the Blighters have done to our once peaceful neighborhood? If you make it back alive, you'll have to give us a full report. In the meantime, eat your protein rations. The protein will keep your strength up, especially if you're captured. Brave lad! We'll keep the home fires burning.
No, I want those. Hi to your mom.
It's a comfort to know we're well stocked with biscuits.
Crackers.
Cold toast. Shame to let it go to waste. Running a bit low on Wensleydale. I wonder what happened to his little cricket bat. Water's all right, but growth formula would be faster.
What are you on about?
Oi, come back here, you thieving rascal. That's my tea bag.
I won't have you threatening that dear little creature. Not while he's in my garden. You've come buzzing back, Mr. Wallace. As a bee to a blossom, eh?
That flower hasn't bloomed yet.
I know it hasn't, the lazy thing. Oh, but the wait will be worth it.
Oh?
This flower will be the piece de resistance of my purple paradise. And the scent, absolutely heavenly. I'm simply mad about the purple pansy.
I say, those roses look appetizing. If you're a bee.
I'm sure they do. And they smell heavenly. But they're not here to be trampled over by your buzzing bees.
I hadn't noticed those flowers before.
I shouldn't wonder. They're morning glories, and they're usually tucked up in bed by the time you emerge from your underground lair. Their scent is divine.
Attracts a lot of bees, I suppose.
Swarms of them,
Hi.
but I don't let them linger.
Hi, Drew. What's in here?
No flowers in here.
This is my second time playing this game.
Well, look who's back. Return to the scene of the crime, have we?
The Sniffer 3000 wasn't cut out for prison life. It runs on energides, not porridge. That mattress looks awfully hard. Just as well the Sniffer 3000 goes into sleep mode automatically. I already did that. You can rely on From B to You for your honey needs, Constable. As our motto says, all the sweet and none of the sting.
So long as it's nothing like your Sniffer 3000 cheese detecting device.
Me poor Sniffer 3000. I only just put the finishing touches on it yesterday, and it's already fallen afoul of the law. I noticed you received my petition for early release of the Sniffer 3000, Constable Dibbins.
Yes, and I notice it's attracted the signatures of just one man and his dog.
We're only appealing for natural justice.
But your blinking cheese detector thingammy, what do you call it, destroyed an entire grocery store.
Teething problems. It's still only a prototype.
A prototype? It's a villain, if you ask me. A diabolical device. You can see that in its face.
My machine isn't evil, Constable Dibbins. It's just got a short fuse and a few loose nuts.
We'll see. I'm going to formally interview this glorified tin of yours, and if it can convince me that it's not a menace to society, then perhaps I'll release it into your custody. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you.
Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there. The sniffer doesn't work that way, Constable Dibbins. You've got to...
I'm conducting this interview, Wallace, if you don't mind.
That mattress looks awfully hard. Just as well the Sniffer 3000 goes into sleep mode automatically. Fear not, my little...
Cheeky blighter. We've had our little chat.
And?
I'm afraid there's no talking to your sniffer. Hardwired for criminality, I'd say.
Hey, young Wallace, love. How's business?
So, might you be interested in signing up for my honey deliveries, Mrs. Gabberley? Fresh daily.
Ooh, I should say so. I'm partial to a spot of honey for my tea.
Waste of money! We'll never see honey for tea, or breakfast for that matter.
Oh, shut up, you! Wallace knows what he's doing. He's got a head for business.
Is that a head? I took it for a parsnip.
Pay him no mind.
Something to cogitate on.
Oh, such a rush.
Wonder if the landlord would be interested in subscribing to my honey service. No sense in looking for new orders when I haven't fulfilled the first. Now that's a fine-looking postbox. It would make a good chassis for my honey-powered vacuumatic, but that's tomorrow's project. Pity it's closed. Oh, I could murder a sausage roll or two.
Ah, Mr. Wallace. I don't understand the delay. It's only 50 gallons of honey.
Well, the bees get a bit confused. They're on the modern metric system, you see. Takes them a while to do the conversion.
Oh.
Energize. My task is 33 and a...
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Can you...
Not also when I tried to...
It only approach? What? Oh, yes. Oh, much obliged.
I ain't promising nothing, mind. Time we had a little chat. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
I already did that. No point in that.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Blasted impertinence!
No.
How?
All right. You there. Don't know why I bother. I'm too soft, mate.
No.
Why do I listen to you, Wallace? That heap of scrap hasn't changed its ways.
One more time, here we go.
Constable...
You're very...
Well,
More try.
Time...
Let's try Gorgonzola.
Oi! Where do you think you're going? If that's his attitude, he can rot in jail as far as I'm concerned. Haven't awakened its better nature, because it hasn't got one. It's programmed for pandemonium.
the Sniffer 3000 was... got to get my Sniffer 3000 out of jail and my Energites out of the Sniffer. Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there. That mattress looks... I already did. The Sniffer's just trying to get to the cheese, but the machine sounds like it's crying. Oh, almost brings a tear to my eye just watching. I've got to get my... That won't help. I already... The Sniffer's just trying to get to the cheese, but the machine sounds like it's clear to my eye just... I've got to get my Sniffer 3000 out of jail and my Energites out of the Sniffer. Constable Dibbins expects the Sniffer 3000 to look him in the face. He doesn't understand. The Sniffer is a cheese detector. It only looks at cheese.
Gonna give him cheese.
Fancy some cheese, Officer Dibbins?
Don't mind if I do. This cheese, it doesn't come with strings attached, does it?
Sorry.
Not string cheese, no. It's gorgonzola.
It's an attempted bribe, that's what it is. I'm watching you, Wallace.
Constable Dibbins, please will you give the Sniffer 3000 what?
You're very...
Only... Oh.
You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you. Oi, where do you think you're going? I was arrested.
No.
And? Must be awfully hot under that helmet, I reckon. A sunny day like today.
It's a trifle sweltering, yes. But danger and discomfort are all in the line of duty for an officer of the law, though most folk don't appreciate it.
Constable Dip... Well?
Time will... That's more like it. Now you've had time to think, What can you tell me about what happened yesterday? Feel bad about what you did, do you? Do you regret what you did? He's weeping. Maybe this contraption's got feelings after all.
Oh, look at him sad.
Now, I want a truthful answer. If I release you from custody, will you do it again?
Oh, man.
Will you do it again?
Oh, no, I don't know what to do.
Well, if that's how he wants to play it, then he can stay in here until...
No! Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
You there. That's what I... Do you regret what you did? Ah. Now, I want a truthful answer. Well, I'll be damned. The prisoner has been interviewed
yes.
I
and
win.
having exhibited signs of repentance, I am prepared to release you into your protective custody, provided, Wallace, you give me an assurance that you'll keep your blinking eye on him. Or it. Or whatever he answers to.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him, Constable Dibbins. You have my word on that.
Yeah. Got some save.
Ah. I might find the answer to my problems here, but searching through these books would take me all day.
Case down there shows it.
I'm afraid my bees don't go for silicon flowers. Me porridge gun could prove fatal if it fell into inexperienced hands. Oops. The well's run dry. Silicon flower. must be up already. The living room door's stuck. Oh, right. It's a storage room now. So that's where the dog tags went. I'm sure Gromit will be glad to get them back. Here you are, little fella. Try some toast.
Yes, do feed him. I'm sure the little mite's hungry. What are you looking for exactly? You're persistent in your attentions this morning, Mr. Wallace.
And
I wonder, Miss Flit, if you would be so kind as to, hand me that tea bag.
Tea bag, Mr. Wallace? What tea bag?
The one on your, ooh.
Are you feeling quite well, Mr. Wallace? What is it, Mr. Wallace?
I need that tea bag.
I see no tea bag.
Right, there.
Where?
Sitting,
Sitting?
on your,
My what? The man is quite mystifying sometimes.
It's right in front of your eyes.
What is?
The tea bag.
Tea bags again, Mr. Wallace?
If you just look down, Miss Flit.
Maybe you'd better go and lie down, Wallace, until this silliness passes. You're not making any sense. Tea bags again, Mr. Wallace?
No.
Tea...
No. Awfully long drop. Closed up shop for the day, have you? The auto flip frying pan. That was my birthday present for Gromit last year.
long walk where?
Any news from above? Gad, how I wish I were back in the fight! The unfairness of it all, Wallace. A born fighter like me, stuck in this shelter while battles are raging overhead.
You can go if you like, Major. Private Gromit can oversee this shelter and dispense the rations.
Yes, that's all very well, I suppose. But I'd need a good sturdy helmet with a cute little brim like the one I had in the war.
Great news, Gromit. I found those dog tags you misplaced. Now you can walk around looking official. That won't do anything useful. Not helpful, that. I I still need one ingredient for my growth formula. Strongium. Ought to be simple enough to find that. My workers are very devoted to their queen.
I need to find strongium. Where's strongium?
I still need one ingredient for my growth formula. Strongium. Ought to be simple enough to find that.
Where is it?
Trap door.
Gotta be with her.
Perhaps you'd like to give the purple pansies a sniff. You'd have to, lean over, of course, but...
I see no point in leaning over and sniffing my purple pansies. I'm giving them the cold shoulder until they decide to shape up and bloom for me.
They say that the blooms lower down on the plant give off a sweeter scent.
Is that so?
Yes. You'll discover if you lean way down
The
that...
topmost blooms are perfectly adequate to my needs, thank you.
They say that the blooms lower down on the plant give off a sweeter...
Is that so? The topmost bloom...
Not worth doing. They say...
Is that... the topmost...
Tea bags.
No. Water's all...
What are you on about?
There's nothing growing here.
And whose fault is that? You had a garden, Wallace, but you raised it to the ground to feed your silly bees. Now you're making eyes at mine across the fence. But you shan't be plucking any of my blooms. Kindly reserve your green fingers for number 62.
What can I do to get her to...
Have you brought it, Mr. Wallace?
No, I haven't. See you later. Where can I get...
And to what do I owe the pleasure of this return visit?
Worth thinking about. If you'd like to sample my honey, Mrs. Gabberly, there'll be a free crumpet fest.
No, is that...
I would...
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not closing time yet.
I'm stuck.
Why does everything happen to me? The sky is blue, and still it rains on yours truly. Why does everything happen to me?
That's awesome.
Ah, Mr. Wallace!
Get away from me.
Mr. Gabberly!
Gone away! Went to Timbuktu! Won't be back until spring!
Bye, Drew.
Could those be? I couldn't help but notice the flowers on your window ledge, Mrs. Gabberly.
Aye, lovely, aren't they? Bring a touch of summer to the town square. Especially the purple pansies. Always been partial to pansies, me. You should see the flat. It's full of them.
Blinking weeds, if you ask me. Can't abide them.
Oh, go and suck a lemon, you moaning ninny. Oh, now look what you've done, you clumsy oaf. And open up that window when I'm yelling at you.
All right. But only to prove your insults don't get to me anymore. I can deflect them all.
Is that so?
Yes. Give me that flower.
I'd be happy to take these flowers off your hands, Mrs. Gabberly. That is, if they make your husband unhappy.
That's a good reason to keep 'em, to my way of thinking. But go ahead if you want 'em.
Much obliged.
So nice. Oops. Here we go. I'm gonna give her some flowers.
Felicity is partial to purple plants, I think.
Are you serious?
You see, Private Gromit, I told you he'd make it back to us alive. Our Wallace is a fighter. Bagged a few of those blighters, did you?
That doesn't make any sense. Bon appetit. Oh! Not exactly a flood, is it? No good. The Sniffer 3000 must be out of range. Ah, there's the hatch from me rocket ship. Remember that moon holiday, Gromit? Gromit, old chum, slip me that protein bar Major Crumb gave you.
You'll do no such thing, Private Gromit. I gave you your protein bar for the day, Wallace. I won't have you catching another from the enlisted men.
I need flowers for my machine.
Not one of those wretched hippies, are you, Wallace?
Be safe.
Yeah? I'm almost done. Give me a small chocolate fudge. Chocolate fudge. Okay. Okay, put your thinking cap on, Matt. What we got here? We got energides. We need strongdom. Ooh. I think I know what to do. I'm gonna call the mouse.
No good. No good.
Oh man, I thought that was gonna work.
Wouldn't be proof.
Tea bag.
No.
Oh no. I've done everything.
Nothing yet.
No, not this.
I wonder what happened to his little cricket bat.
Yeah, where's your cricket at? That's how a car gets out.
Back again, Mr. Wallace? I'm flattered.
No flower.
You've come buzzing back, Mr. Wallace. As a bee to a blossom, eh?
I still need one strongium. Ought to be.
It's got to be here.
Have you brought it, Mr. Wallace?
No.
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Pity it's closed. Oh, I could murder. Purple pansies.
Ooh. Oh.
Mr. Gab.
I suppose you've an insult for me and all.
No, I've no insult for you.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not closing time yet.
Pardon me, Mrs. Gabberley. I wonder, that is, could you spare a...
Verb.
Sorry?
Give me a verb, Wallace. An action word.
Oh, playing a word game, are we?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, well, let's see. A verb.
Mouth melters, turkey chew, stuff. Gentleman.
Savage can be a verb.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. Now I need a thing.
A thing.
Aye, you know, something physical you could touch.
Something I can touch. suggestion would be prune.
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Stuffed?
Oh, oh, that's a corker, that is. Last one, nearly done. I need another thing. Or like a person or animal.
A person or animal? Now, let me see now. Turkey?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Go, savage! A prune, you stuffed turkey!
Stuffed full of sweetness. That's me.
A good solid insult, I thought. But maybe we need to think different.
Oh man.
That was an interesting word game, Mrs. Gabberly.
Want to play again? I need a word, Wallace.
How about cheese? It's one of my favorites.
No, an action word.
Oh, yes, an action word. What about batter?
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. Toad?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Spotted. That's a descriptive word.
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Toad?
Yes, that's a thing.
Don't I didn't win this one.
Hey!
What is it now?
Go, batter! A toad! You spotted toad!
Referring to me liver spots, are you? Beauty marks, I call them.
He's proud of being nasty, that's the problem. But maybe that's his weakness too.
Oh,
You've got
man.
quite a vocabulary, Mrs. Gabberly.
Another round now. Give me an action word.
Savage can be a verb.
Fine, that'll do.
No.
Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. How about stew?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
I know, blustery.
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Mouth?
Yes, that's a thing.
Hey!
What is it now?
Go, savage! A stew pot, you blustery mouth!
Blustery? Ha! I've got powerful lungs, if that's what you mean. Need 'em to drown you out.
Abuse just bounces off him, the old blowhard. Maybe we should take the opposite approach.
Well, I suppose you're busy.
Don't. Now.
I've got one. Stuff.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. Mouth?
Why not? Now.
Stuffed?
And finally, a person or a thing.
A person? Toad?
Yes,
No,
that's a
gentlemen.
Hey!
What is it now?
Go stuff your mouth, you stuffed toad!
Stuffed full of sweetness. That's me.
I've tried every offensive word in the book. Maybe I ought to try something inoffensive, just to confuse him.
Okay. Let's do it.
You seem to be in the middle of a marital discussion, Mrs. Gabberly. So,
Stay here and back me up. Now, give me an action word.
Okay, let's see. Grub. Potty. Greasy. Blustery. Doo-doo. Nipped. Chew. So chew.
chew is an action.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. How about stew?
Why not? Now a...
Stuffed?
and fa-
A person or a thing? Gentleman?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Go chew! A stew pot, you stuffed gentleman!
Stuffed full of sweetness. That's me. Gentleman. Oh, that's hitting below the belt.
If he was any kind of gentleman, he'd be offended. But a gentleman is the last thing he is. One more round.
Why not?
Now, give me an action word.
Oh, there's melt.
Fine, that'll do.
No.
Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. Turkey?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Spotted. That's a...
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing? Gentle...
Yes.
Hey! Go mount! A turkey! You spotted gentleman!
Referring to me liver spots, are you? Beauty marks, I call them. Gentlemen. Oh, that stings.
You see how...
Okay, okay.
One
here we
more
go.
round.
Why not?
Now, give me an action word.
Gentleman, he doesn't like. Action word. Let's try savage. Or.
Savage can be a verb.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. My suggestion would be prune.
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Down potty.
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Gentleman?
Yes. Hey!
What is it?
Go, savage! A prune, you potty! Gentleman!
I must be Potty, I married you! Gentleman! Oh, that's hitting below the belt!
It's true, he can deflect any insult. But can he deflect a compliment? One more round.
Why not?
Now, give me an action word.
I've got one. Stuff.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. Turkey?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Oh man.
Pruny?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing. Gentleman?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Go, stuff! A turkey! You pruny! Gentleman!
Truly, I do enjoy me long baths. But gentlemen, oh, that stings!
A good solid insult, I thought. But maybe we need to think different. One more round.
Why not?
Now, give me an action word.
No. Streaming. Oh. Trying to figure this out. Be nice to this guy.
I've got one. Stuff.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. Gentleman?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Stuffed?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing? Gentleman?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Oh, stuff! A gentleman, you stuffed gentleman!
Stuffed full of sweetness. That's me. Gentleman. Oh, that's hitting below the belt.
He's proud of being nasty. That's the problem.
Oh my.
Purple pansies.
One more round.
Why not?
Now,
Can't use
give
stuff.
me an action word.
Okay.
How about lift? That's an action.
Lift.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right. A thing. Mouth?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Mile?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing?
Gentlemen.
Gentleman?
Yes, that's a thing.
Here we go. See if this works.
Hey!
What is it now?
Go lift! Your mouth, you mild gentleman!
Hey! You do know how to wound a bloke, Winnie.
Finally.
Got him that time. Serves him right for being such a grumpy old grandad.
Would you mind, if I, that is, could you see your way fit to lending me that pot of pansies, Mrs. Gabberley, for business purposes?
Business purposes? Well, be my guest. I've got bunches of them.
Yay! Woohoo! No, I want to go to street. And go here. Get some pansies.
A pot of purple pansies?
And mine haven't bloomed yet.
What?
Miss Flint, if you'll just take a look at the pansies, I think you'll...
I told you, Mr. Wallace. I refuse to let those yellow hooligans have the satisfaction of... Oh,
Paul,
you see? They're mending their ways. They just needed a firm talking to, that's all. Mother forgives you, you naughty little pansies. Sweet satisfaction, Mr. Wallace.
Yes, indeed. Very sweet.
Finally.
I'd better double-check the recipe. Yes, that's the lot. Protein, energides and strongium. Everything I need to whip up a tip-top growth formula. Hey, hey!
What's the situation above? Fire and desolation as far as the eye can see? By Gad, I wish I could be up there.
Quick, Gromit, the grow team bar.
I warned you, Wallace. You've had yours. Any news from above? Gad, how I wish I were back in the fight.
What a face!
That's me kitted out for heavy combat. That helmet took many a dent before the war was through. Without it, I could have become seriously loopy. Take my advice, Wallace. Never go into battle without a regulation helmet like the one in this picture.
Now there's a sight.
That's me posing with Mother next to my 40mm bolters. Look at the size of that monster. Big Betty, we called her. The gun, not my mother. The unfairness of it all, Wallace. A born fighter like me, stuck in this shelter while battles are raging overhead.
You can go if you like, Major. Private Gromit can oversee this shelter and dispense the rations.
Yes, that's all very well, I suppose. But I'd need a good sturdy helmet with a cute little brim like the one I had in the war. The unfair.
You can go.
One I had in...
Oh.
If it isn't Wallace. I had a notion you'd be nosing round the place.
Put your mind at ease, Constable. Certain.
That's so.
How much does a helmet like that weigh?
£8 and 5 ounces. Some days feels more like 80 pounds.
I'll leave that be. I don't see the point. Mr. Paneer will unveil my honey at tonight's festival of... So...
I'll pop over to Mr. Paneer's and have a taste, if I like it. And it.
Justice always triumphs in the end. Shame my cheese is still in there, but never mind.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
I hate to trouble you for...
Oh, no. Ta-ra! Bye, then!
wonder if the landlord would be in... No, no. Water's... That was a grand fishing trip, Gromit, until that giant squid turned up. The auto flip frying pan. That was my birthday present for Gromit last year. No more bread. It's got squirrel tracks in it. That pesky rodent must have been at me toast again. He certainly is crackers for toast.
Oh.
The Mix-O-Matic will be perfect for whipping up a tasty growth formula. 1 unit of energite fluid for a creamy finish. One dose of strongium into the mix. I think not. It's empty. I could have sworn there was a tea bag left. Hold on a minute. Strongium. That's one of the ingredients in Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle formula. I need that tea bag. Closed up shop for... I must have reset the auto hammer yesterday when I was cracking me walnuts. Wrong setting for eggs, I should think.
Panier's produce?
Hello, Mr. Pannier.
Wallace, how's that honey order coming along?
Oh, smashing, just smashing. It's a honey of an order, all right. What was the quantity again?
50 gallons.
50 gallons. 50 teaspoons would be easier.
You won't let me down, will you? I don't want my respected festival of crumpets turning into a mad crumpet rumpus.
Oh, no, Mr. Pannier. Certainly not. Goodbye.
That's Festival of Crumpet you're inventing.
The... Any news from above? Gad, how I wish I were back in the fight!
Bit pointless, that. No, thank you. Bon appetit. Oh! Not exactly a flood, is it? My workers are very devoted to their queen. Place could use a good spring cleaning.
The unfairness of it all, Wallace. A born fighter like me, stuck in this shelter while battles are raging overhead.
You can go if you like.
When I headed...
I'd be happy.
You?
It isn't like Gromit to be so absent-minded. I found these in the hall, Major Crumb,
Dog
and...
tags. I've been recommissioned. Bound to happen, of course. Treasures? Yes, that's all very well, I suppose. But I'd need a good one I had in...
I thought you might...
A helmet! By George, Wallace, there's nothing like a good helmet. Makes a fellow want to put himself in the path of projectiles. If you know what I mean. Good heavens! I shouldn't be skulking around in a cellar like a frightened rat. I'm a soldier, by thunder! Private Gromit, I hereby appoint you officer commanding this air raid shelter. Here, you pass out the rations. I've got a war to win. Charge!
Now to get my hands on a protein bar. Gromit! Request dispensation of protein bars, soldier.
No.
One generous chunk of protein to give it texture. Now to mix up my very own quick grow muscle formula. That ought to do it. No, the mixomatic's all mixed up. Stop! Stop! Help! Gromit! Oh, thanks, lad.
Checking to see if anything's sprouted yet, Mr. Wallace.
Well, as a matter of fact, Miss Flit,
Really? I don't see what you're hoping to... Oh! I don't believe
it
it!
works! It works! The homemade quick grow miracle muscle formula works! We're in business, lad. You see, Gromit, look where a bit of enterprise can get you. If I hadn't found that flyer you chucked in the bin, I'd never have been able to concoct my miracle grow formula. And then where would we be? You really must be careful what you chuck out, you know? Blinking Nora!
Oh, my word! I think I'm going to faint.
This ought to be plenty of fuel for the old pollinator. Better attend to my garden. The bees are expecting a big supper. I think that...
That's champion, that is. 50 gallons of honey and just in time for my annual tea and crumpet festival. Pleasure doing business with you, Wallace.
Always aim to please our bees. That's the last of our bills, Gromit, and we've got just about enough left over for that little holiday we've been planning. This year, I fancy Blackpool. Oh, yes, lad. I think our money troubles are over at last.
Air raid! Air raid! Petrol
Oh dear,
stations
not
everywhere!
this again.
Excellent vantage point. Prepare for a crash landing, you devils! Sorry, Wallace, but I'm going to have to commandeer your dining room.
Now, just a minute, Major Crump.
No time to argue, old man. The whole town's under bombardment. But here they come!
Wasn't it, Gromit? Giant bees!
Heaven help the good citizens of West Wallaby Street! Civilians out!
But
That's an order, Wallace. Private Gromit, kindly escort this civilian from the battle zone. That's right, soldier. Help steady my aim. Bullseye! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Cheeky devils won't stay down! We'll have to trap... Cheeky devils won't stay down! We'll have to trap 'em, I fear. Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Got the blatter! Back in the air! Blast it! Got him! Blast and double blast! And got away! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Got him! Back in the air! Blasted! And got away! Blast and double blast! Bullseye! Got him! Bounced another bounder! Bounder got away! Blast and double blast! Back in the air! Blasted! Got him! Bounder got away! Bullseye! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Back in the air! Got him! Blasted! And got away! Double blast! Confound it! Missed him! Got the blatter! Blast and double blast! Bounced another bounder! Back in the air! Blasted! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Blimey! Got him! Back in the air! Wiedersehen to you, sir! Back in the air! Blasted! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Got the blatter! Blast scared! Double blast! Bullseye! Back in the air! Blast it! Blast! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Scared! Double blast! Thunder got away! Back in the air! Got him! Blasted! Thunder got away! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend!
Got you. Now what do you do?
Blasted! Double blast! Got him!
He's over here.
Bullseye! That got away! Back in the air! Blasted!
Oh.
Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Got him! Thunder got away! Back in the air! Blasted! Bullseye!
No.
For Queen and country, soldier!
Good heavens, Gromit! You don't suppose those monsters have anything to do with our honey-making operation, do you? Bumbling heck! My quick grow formula! It didn't just affect the flowers. Just hope it's a wrong number and not more bad news.
Gromit's gotta fix everything.
Private Gromit, it's looking grim out there. Carry on, soldier. Good man, Private Gromit. Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend. Right where he belongs, the fiend. Not the blatter. Missed him. Blast and double blast. Bullseye! Ha! Bev the bounder! Try getting out of that one, fly boy! If you see that! Ha! Blew him right out of the sky! That'll teach him. A thrilling sight for you, Private Gromit. Why, I feel like a young man again. Calls for a celebration, Private. Meet you in the mess in 20.
Yoo-hoo! Gromit! Up here! Now, listen to me, nice doggy-wuggy. I'm trapped in this tree by giant bees. Do you understand? You must take a message to your master. I need him to get me down from here. Can you tell him that? Oh, wait a minute. Give him this. It's a note. Oh, tell him to hurry. I can't hold.
I'm giving you! Somebody call the police! Get the army! Do something about these bees! I am stuck in my coop and cannot get out!
What do you want? No, it's you. Don't tell me. You want me to do something about the giant bees? We're on the case, all right? Them buzzing bandits will feel the full weight of the law, make no mistake. But, well, it's complicated. Don't know what the charges would be, exactly. Nothing in the penal code about giant bees, so far as I can see. But rest assured, I'm looking. Oh, and tell that master of yours he left something behind. There was another cheese too, but I kept it for me sandwich. Fair payment for me troubles, says I.
I said get out! I may be knocking on, but I ain't finished yet.
Yes, Mr. Paneer. Well, of course you're upset. Being dive-bombed by giant bees isn't good for any business. We're doing all we can to get the situation under control. Normal honey service will be resumed as soon as possible. With normal-sized bees. That's a promise. There's a giant fly in the soup, lad. And it's shaped like a bee. They're taking over the town. Time to read the riot act. I am their employer, after all. Oh! They won't listen. They're completely out of control. This honey business has a sting in the tail and no mistake. Oh! Do something, Gromit! Hello, from me to... Oh, Constable Dibbins. Oh, Gromit's working on that. Careful with the auto-flip frying pan, lad. The timer mechanism is very delicate. It's liable to spring at odd moments. What?
Ah, Mr. Gapple here. I ain't much good at teaching Uncle Pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not a staff papers after all. What I said to you, I take it all back. You're a credit to the town. Just a minute. What's this? Ah! Giant pigeon bees! Oh my kitty yard! There's only one nincompoop round here what could have caused this!
Gromit's working on that. Oh dear. No, I wasn't. Yes. That's nice, Gromit. In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a bee situation. I'm on the phone with Constable Dibbins. You can show me your artwork afterwards. Oh, Gromit's working on that.
Oh, Chuck, you're not about to let a few hooligan bees keep you from your business.
Ah, Mr. Gabble here. I ain't much good at eating humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not a daft apers after all. What I said to you, I'll take it all back. You're a credit to the town.
Well, fighting dogs come limping home. There now, weren't so hard, were it?
Is that you, Winnie? Breaking code of silence, are you?
No need for silence now you've shown a bit of humility.
Humility? Me? Never!
Oh, you don't fool me. You're just a big old softy, and I know it. Hey, I need me head examined, keeping shop open when town's crawling with giant bees.
What's got into you, Winnie? Stay back, I say! Oh, Winnie Gabble!
Sorry for the delay, Mr. Paneer. I think you'll find the streets are now bee-free.
Thank heavens for the boys in blue.
Now, I'll have to ask you to accompany me to the station. There's some paperwork we need to fill out. Nothing too bothersome.
Happy to do my part.
It's citizens like you what make my job a pleasure, Mr. Paneer.
I know Constable Tibbins. Well, yes, like I said, he's very well trained. Right then. Goodbye, Constable. Good work, lad. Seems you took care of the downtown gang good and proper. But so long as they're still supersized, our job's only half done. I'd better get to work on a reverse growth formula. Bees trapped in town and in the front garden too. You're a regular big game hunter, aren't you, Gromit? But there's one job remaining. The nerve center. I'd go down to the cellar myself and take care of the problem, but The blighters seem to have a bee in their bonnet about yours truly. You do it, Gromit. You're good with animals. I'll stay up here and work on the reverse growth formula.
Thank you.
Bees care of the animals. He's trapped in town.
Let
But
me
there's where of the animals.
get in there. I wanna go in the door. I wanna walk around. Get on my way. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Sleep tight.
Pacified all the bees, Gromit? Good lad. I knew I could count on you.
Help! Wallace! Someone!
That sounds like Miss Flit.
Help! Get me down from here!
Don't panic. I'm coming, Miss Flit. Oh, it seems I'm underdressed.
Gracious!
Hang on, Miss Flit.
My saviour!
So that's the story, Miss Flit. I'm afraid my miracle growth formula led to some supersized problems.
I hope you're going to get rid of the infernal stuff.
Oh, I am. And rest assured, all the bees have been dealt with safely and humanely.
Well, that's a relief. But weren't you scared facing down an angry swarm of giant bees all by yourself?
Frightened? Oh, well, Well, I was heavily outnumbered, of course, but they soon saw who was boss and that the sting was on the other foot.
I was terrified.
That's only natural, Miss Flit. Well, I had a twinge or two myself at times, you know, but keep a cool head. That's my motto. Look your adversary square in the eye and never let yourself get carried away. Put me down! Get off! It's Gromit! Lincoln, Nora, the Queen's trying to turn me into royal jelly. The ingratitude! After I built her a hive in solid brass and a magnetronic pollinator thingamajig to take all the hard work out of honey making. Oh, I'm beginning to think I should never have mixed this growth formula at all. I ought to chuck it away. Hey, easy, old girl. No need to get excited. Put me down gently and no one will get hurt. Oh dear, nothing in the beekeeper's manual about aerial abduction. Help! Help! Gromit! Atta boy, I knew you'd come through. Raise the ladder, lad. What are you waiting for, Gromit? Raise the ladder! That's right, lad. Now raise the ladder. Oh! That's torn it. The ladder's broken, and I left the spare at home. Lend me a hand, Gromit. It's no use, Gromit. She won't let go. Have to think of a plan B, Gromit. Youch! That just makes her squeeze me harder. Phew! Back on terra firma. Well done, Gromit. Gromit? Gromit! You all right, lad? Oh, good show. We've made it through this little episode in one piece. More than I can say for the autopilot, I'm afraid. Oh, the autopilot! Oh dear, looks like our troubles aren't quite over. Look out behind you, Gromit! Keep her at bay. I'll try and lose her in here.
Inconsolable. He would brave any elements, cross deserts and mountains, swim oceans, to be reunited with his master.
Never the what for, Gromit?
A dog who willingly sacrifices his very life to save his master from danger. He'll fight wild cats, dodge bullets, he'll even drag his master's comatose body across frozen tundra, through raging blizzards if he has to.
Perhaps the honey could use a little kick.
From whence comes the dog's
Give
emotions?
her a dose of her own medicine, lad.
All the dog beasts, he alone recognizes the natural superiority of man. It is his privilege to encounter a companion to a human being.
Last time we ran about the sea lounger. She did it. Just got big bones. Big bones. Is that all that's left of the sheep you had last night?
Don't shoot till you see the whites of her eyes.
So you're the only woman I know who needs a golden tackle to get your bloomers on the line.
Bagged her, Gromit. Ooh, cracking teamwork, lad. Ooh, cracking teamwork, lad. I've done it, Gromit. I found the antidote to that pesky growth formula. Now we can finally cut our bee problem down to size. Though there is one small complication.
Yay! Frustrating, but fun. Eric Parsons, Ryan Gillies, Jason Finley, Jonathan Sicker.